Betway Waiter to Win welcomes you to our Thursday show. We're doing this on Wednesday morning. Hope it's been a good one for you at the Vaal Classic Track. There's a 5-metre spur at the 600-metre mark on the Classic Track on Thursday. And just one scratching that I'm aware of on the Wednesday, and that is race 5, number 9, Spirit Princess has been taken out. Now there's a 1 to 3 shot in here in Mary's Green Light that Mike de Kock trains, and Mr. Feeney is going to be riding this horse at 1 to 3. And I don't know, form-wise, betting-wise, all that sort of stuff, Mr. Burrows, it appears to be a one-horse race.
Yes, Clyde, one-horse race. You know, her form lines are far superior to this field. It should be a walk in the park.
Okay, should be a walk in the park. She's had a few starts to date. Let's talk about those. Are they good enough to put this field to bed?
You tell me, you enjoy your form lines.
Yes, the last form line was very good. Just be Lacquer,
Excuse me.
Lady Elliot, they're very strong, yeah.
Clyde, this is the right field to get her confidence up with an effortless victory.
What happened last time? They backed in from 28 to 10 to even money.
She
Just out of
obviously
curiosity.
wasn't producing, Clyde, so they put her away, gave her some time to strengthen up. She'll come back on a winning note.
All right, well, it's a bipot, so let's get the bipots up now and put them up and see what the boys are doing in race number 1. Darren's got his bipot, banker 7, and then he bankers the 2 later on in the play, which he likes quite a lot, a horse called Colorado Creek. He's bankering that in the bipot, race 5. So make a note of that. And then that's 144 Rand bipot per. Daryl Marie, he's gone banker 7 now. And then he's bankering the 3 in the second leg of the bipod, breeze over. And then no more after that, 160 Rand bipod. Welcome back. Nice to have you with us here. Let's look at the second race of Tab Rugby Middle Stakes. And it's over 2,400 metres, this particular. A small field. There'll be 6 of them that'll be going to the gates. How they're betting on the Wednesday, just to get an idea, and you can use it as a guide for race time. 3 breeze overs, 14 to 10, 5 to 2 about number 4, Mambo Camtesio, and then 9 to 2 about number 1, Street Art. Tricky race or what?
No. I actually think the 14 to 10 is generous.
Breeze over, okay.
He's best in. He's got fitness on his side. He's certainly deserving of another victory, Clyde. You know, he's got the beating of Mambo Camtesio on 2 runs, and he's got fitness, racing fitness in his corner. So I can't see any of the top weights featuring over here. I think they got a lot of putting to shoulder. Breeze over 52 kilograms. I know he's not one to rely on, but I think this is the perfect lineup for him to get it right.
So this is the day for him to get it right, okay. That rule book comes from there, doesn't it? Rule book 2 runs ago comes from that form line.
No.
Doesn't it?
No, rule book won the last race.
The last start. I saw rule. Yes, I'm saying rule book came from Battleground, that penultimate start.
The previous start.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, Mr. Burrows, are you also big on breeze over?
Not really, Clyde. I like a lot of Street Arts in this lineup. You know, he ran 6 lengths off in the Daily News. He got a big penalty from an 88 to a 103 in that Durban Consolation race on July Day. 4 lengths off Crimson King. He's entered for the Summer Cup. He's got 4 kilos off his back, so that makes him just about best weighted in the race. And giving Breeze over 6 kilos, I think he's good enough. So Street Art for me, and Dangers, Blackthorn, Breeze over, and Mambo Camtesio.
Okay, thank you for that. So difference of opinion. Here's Daryl's place accumulator, banker 3, then 1, 5, 6, 7, then banker 6. There are no more bankers after that. You've got some horses that you obviously need to fill up. Please make a note of those. This is the second race place accumulator starting at 1 o'clock. So the third is a maiden class field, is over 1,800 metres. I know Darren likes this horse, Emblem of War, quite a bit, number 6 on the card, who has only had the 1 start. We've got a rerun for you, so we'll take some time out and watch this last start of Emblem of War. It was Emblem of War's debut on the occasion, and this horse ran behind Viva Brazil, and the stable companion was in there, Live by the Sword as well. There were quite a few, obviously, you know, from that form line that one wants to pay attention to. So Emblem of War was Muzieni's ride on the day. So here we go. Let's have a look at it. We'll pull it up for you now. Gavin Larena rode the other horse, Live by the Sword. And Craig Zaki was on that horse, Viva Brazil. But this is now Muzi in front on Emblem of War, right, Daryl? Looking to go all the way.
Yeah, you can see he's a big, lanky horse, Clyde. Looked like he was going to come under pressure over there, so I'll give him his due that he did show a lot of guts in the finish.
Yeah, he does. He does seem to run away from the stick now. His stable companion, Live by the Sword, starts to move in on its inside. You can see the Gavin Larena riding style with the black cap. And now watch, here comes Viva Brazil. And they were clear of the third horse. There haven't been too many runners from the form, to be honest. I mean, Live by the Sword did come out and run, but ran nowhere. But it appears that Emblem of War does have a lot of scope. I want to ask Darren Burrows about the race now, to talk to him. I know, Darren, this was your first choice. So let me come to you in just a moment. Obviously, I know when we were talking earlier, you did say that you thought the Aussie horse would be the right one in the race. And in terms of the market, just to have a refresh, if I haven't already told everybody what the market looks like, well, Emblem of War is 7 to 10 to win today. Mr. Burrows, what do you say?
Clyde, obviously that form line could be suspect because the third placed runner ran, I think, 27 lengths behind in his next start. Obviously something went amiss. But the winner, Viva Brazil, he's running in the following race. And I actually fancy him because he showed a terrific turn of foot to beat Emblem of War. Now, Emblem of War, he's lanky. I think he's going to love the step up in trip. And if he settles beautifully into a rhythm, he could just run away from them at mid-stretch. His only danger I could find was Kambulu, a horse that did things the wrong way for quite a while. He would over-race. He wouldn't take the bend. And he seems to be over that, but he has rested. Piers Stratum takes the ride. So 6-1 to fight it out.
Okay. So you're on Emblem of War. You, Daryl?
I actually got several horses in my peer over here, Clyde, so I'm certainly not in Emblem of War's camp. Yeah, he could show improvements. I've got my doubts of the form line. He wasn't really fancied on debut. The time wasn't great. I mean, the two winners on the day would have beaten him out of sight. So I don't think there's any value in his current price. Let me put it that way. I can see him winning, but I certainly wouldn't even be taking 18 to 10 about this horse. Number 7, Officer in Command. This horse is priced up at 12 to 1. Is that correct?
I'll tell you. Officer, yeah, 12 to 1.
Okay, I've got my doubts as to whether you'll get the 1800 at this stage of his career, Clyde. But he is by Flower Alley, so he's got stamina on his sire side. The dam, I think there's his sister sprinted. But have a look at that debut. He seemed to be staying on. And he's stepping up from 1200 to 1800. He could show marked improvements. I'm expecting a much better effort. Okay. Kambulu, hasn't quite delivered yet, but I think he is getting better with racing. You know, he comes with his issues, this horse, but his last start is certainly his best to date, and Striker knows him well. So I think this is tricky.
Tricky race.
Personally, at the current odds, I'm going to be taking some 12 to 1, the Mark de Kock inmate, Officer in Command.
All right, thanks for that. So there's the opinion from both of our guys. It will be interesting to see how this all plays out. There's a pick 6 Darren's worked out for you. So here it is. He's gone 1 and 6. If you do like 7, you might want to add it in. By 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. By Banker 2, by Field. By Banker 1, by Field. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next race now. Talk about the fourth, which happens to be a handicap over the 76 level, 1,800 meters. Favorite here is number 6, Silvano's Song, tops the boards, priced up 22 to 10 for Stewie Pettigrew and Gavin Larena. 2, Pewter Sky is 7 to 2 on the Wednesday. And number 8, Viva Brazil, priced up at 4 to 1. Those are the top 3, Darren, at this point in time. I'm not sure how much that's going to change race time.
Yeah, I think Silvano's Song's going to be a firm favourite in this race. You know, he's finished close up in his last couple of starts. He was beaten by You Can't Hurry Love, who was overdue his next victory last time out, and he's quite a quality horse. And he could get it right from a 1 draw. Viva Brazil, he beat Emblem of War, but he only got going the final 200 meters of the race, and he really accelerated well off a slow pace. So he could have a bit of quality about him. If you're playing wider, which I am, I would include Greenlight Magic, Pewter Sky, and maybe Labecchio at 33 to 1.
Okay, so you got a few horses here in a race like this, Daryl?
2 horses for me, Clyde.
Mm-hmm.
Silvano's song, is very consistent. He's off the right mark. Last time out, they went very quick. I think it was House of Romanov that strung that field out. So it was set up for the closers, and he was one of them along with You Can't Hurry Love. But I don't see a breakneck pace in this lineup. So maybe from a 1 draw, he's able to be a little bit closer to the pace. So I can certainly see him winning. He's my first choice, but I can't believe the price of number 3, Greenlight Magic, at 20 to 1. I certainly think he's overpriced. And there's an equipment change here which could certainly work magic over here, Clyde. Have a look at, look at the dam, magic smoke. And I just said magic.
Yes.
That's an omen, eh?
Of course.
So take note, the tongue tie comes off, right? And have a look when last he wore the tongue, he raced without the tongue tie. It was when he won at Scottsville. So since his maiden victory, he's been fitted with a tongue tie. So now it comes off. But more importantly, Clyde, his rating has really come down. He was as high as a 85.
83 or something, yeah.
He's down to a 76. Clyde, at 20 to 1, I think he's the favourite's biggest danger. So for me,
Number
6
3.
from 3.
Okay. There we go. Greenlight Magic, versus 20 to 1. Might end up being the value in the race. Let's see what the boys are tipping here. We've got jackpots worked out. Darren's got 1 through 10. Banker 2 by field by banker 1. So this is the handicap over 1800 meters. Fillies and mares. What level are we at here? 74. Should run at 2:45. Market-wise, let me just have a look and see where we stand. Burmese Tiara, number 7, tops the boards. It's priced up 7 to 2. 1 Princess Kesh is 4 to 1. 2 Colorado Creek. I know, Darren, I know you like this quite a bit for Brett and James Crawford, priced up 4 to 1. Hasn't run in a while, but that form line, even though it's quite, it's been a good few months, that held up fairly strongly.
Yes, Clyde, this filly, when she won, beating Dolcezza, that was a decent field. She came from the absolute clouds to get up. And last time out, there was a very strong race behind White Bull. It was a bit disappointing. But the fact that they're bringing her back after a layoff over 1,800 meters means she must be pretty fit and ready for this race. If she shortens in the market, I would have a strike. If she drifts, then we obviously got problems. But I would take my chances and bank a Colorado Creek, hoping that everything's in order. Now, if you're looking to beat her, you got to look towards horses like Princess Kesh, Pretty in Pulls, and even Burmese Tiara. But Wheeling's got an outside chance at a big price. But surely Colorado Creek is the horse to beat.
Okay. All right. Could well be the case. The stable's hot at the moment. Of that, there's no doubt. To give it a chance.
Yeah, absolutely, Clyde. I mean, if you look at this entire field, there's one filly that's got scope to go on with it, and it is Colorado Creek. Like Darren touched on, they must think she's fit enough to do herself justice, putting over 1,800 after a 4-month layoff. Her dam won over 2,000. So she's bred for the extra, and she's certainly going to appreciate it. But I just opened the book and I see 4 months off straight into 1,800.
Yeah.
So there is some doubt in the back of my mind. So I haven't banked her. I can see her
not
trotting
easy.
now, Clyde.
Yeah, sure.
Princess Kesh, I think she's going to appreciate coming back to trip. Back in trip. I think she's better around this distance. I'll give her a chance. She's exposed though. Kind Judy, now it looks like she's starting to lose form, but she's won 6 races today. 3 of them have been over 1,800. So she comes back in trip.
Her
ratings come
tumbling
down.
Yeah,
I think Gavin's going to suit her. I can see her running a much improved race. And then the other one I have to touch on is Burmese Tiara. She's gutsy when she gets up front. Another one that is exposed. Colorado Creek, everything hinges on her well-being. Currently, as I open the book, I say Kind Judy, a place bet, small 1 bet, but I expect Kind Judy to be in the money.
Okay. So there's your value. Darren's on Colorado. Daryl doesn't mind it at all, provided it's fit and well. Let's take a look at what we're doing in this particular event. This is race 5. Darren Burrows going Colorado, hoping that it's right. On Wednesday, there was 4-1 on offer. Handicap 66 level, we're going the 18 again. This is race number 6 on the card. When recording on Wednesday, they had this priced up 5-1 the field. So an absolute nightmare of a race, Mr. Burrows. I have to come to you and ask you for a bit of help and see if you can give us some guidance in a 20-1 or 25-1 shot each way, or something that you might have stored away.
Yes, Clyde, this is really tricky. I've played the field in the exotics, but if I had to find a bit of a spook, it would be Silly Fella. He lost his way a bit, but his rating started to drop. And I just thought that last start, I know it was on the poly, but it was a much improved effort. And with bottom weight, maybe he's got a chance of recapturing his early form. Horses to beat, 5th of July, Leo Alado, Coromandel, Karapi, pretty much.
Okay, so there are a few, but maybe as you've referred to, Skyfielder could be a nice trifecta quartet horse. Daryl, have you got one?
I don't know, Clyde. I don't know.
Hard
what
race,
to,
eh?
yeah.
Well, I know you've worked out a pick 3 for us, who can help us races 6, 7, and 8.
I think my pick 3 is 150 rand, so it's a costly pick 3. That's
well, the
how
last 3 legs are very hard,
make
aren't
the
they?
last 3 races,
Yeah, they are.
Parker Getrix, Clyde, I think he's better than his later starts, but he's certainly not one to rely on. 5th of July now, fair comeback. Second one after rest was on the inside track. He was out of his ground on a fast run surface, so it's better than what it appears on paper. He just needs the gaps to open, and he's going to be coming from off the pace. Yeah, Clyde.
Not easy, yeah.
Close your eyes. Hope for us to survive the first leg of the pick 3.
Of the pick 3, okay. So it's one of those races. What do the English eat to stay strong? I mean, what's their main meal? What's their...
Fish and chips, a curry. They love
English.
the curries. They love.
Don't they do bangers and what do they call it?
Bangers and mash.
Mash. Yes, they bangers and mash
Fish
people.
and chips and peas.
How much bangers and mash do you think they need before Sunday? With gravy. They're going to eat a lot, eh?
They're going to need something else.
No, you can get any. I think.
What are we going to be having? Pop and.
Could be. Right. That's it. In terms of our pick 3, here's a look at what we're doing in this race. We're going like this. Daryl Marie's pick 3 races 6, 7, 8, and that'll guide you into the rest of our vaal meeting. Thank you for watching Betways. Waiter to win.